dead long time ago. Speaker alone, Your Excellency, cannot produce Speaker, produce Deputy Speaker. Sir, I came into National Assembly 2007. By the grace of God, I'm into my 5th term. I came in as a member of AC to ACN to now APC. I have run election on opposition without governor, without councillor, not any assistant. And I think I've seen it all in terms of resilience. And they say preserve and conquers difficulty. We have preserved to keep unity. And I want to tell this congregation, sir, I'm able to ask the speaker in one of our meetings with him. I said to him, what is making you to think when the whole thing was released, he came to us, he came to my house. I said, what makes you think that what you have done will stand the test of time? I don't know if it's going political lineage. I think I'm a better person in terms of lineage of Aswaju family because I came in under AC from 2007 until when we had the merger. I've served you as deputy leader of the House. I'm now serving you as deputy speaker of the House of Representatives. If you are going to do anything, what makes you think that we're not qualified? And if you are going to look to the sideways, what makes you look and think that Adodogwa is not qualified? Having served as chief whip of the House for 4 years, now leader of the House for 4 years, and then you think hierarchy can be destroyed. Not in parliamentary practice. It's never done anywhere. And I said to him, you are misleading our leader because the leader we know is not what you are now trying to show. And I'm referring to the president-elect because they are dropping his name. And I don't want to believe to this moment that the president-elect is the one behind this. I don't want to believe it. And I said to you, if you are going to notice, you have a chairman of operation. In ranking, after the leadership, he comes. You are a senator, and you know it. So if you are doing that, sir, and you are a senator too, sir, what is making you to think that you cannot go and pick veteran? Did you work and succeed, and you succeeded, and you are now saying you succeeded as only a person, Femi Bajamila? I say it's not done like that. We all gave you the cooperation. If it is an executive session, I will reveal to you certain things I mentioned to him. That it is because we are able to stomach a lot of things that we didn't allow the House to go on rancor. And it is sacrifice. So we have sacrificed. If it is gunning for votes, we have gone to look for the votes for the party. We have worked as seriously for the party. In addition, Mr. Chairman, sir, respected leaders, we are here to protest and to appeal to you to go again to look into this matter. That what has been ushered out will not stand. And we are disciplined party people. I have demonstrated that when in 2015, my brother knows, I was elected chief whip. I got the signing. But when prevailing and then issues came, they asked me to step down from my brother, and Dogwa was given the chief whip. Bubaba from my zone was given the deputy leader of the House. I did that. And I sacrificed for the system. I'm not a selfish politician. That did not stop there. When I was giving, I'm here for service. We're not here for any other thing. I want to protect and defend our people. I want to say too, in 2019, Your Excellency, and the certain members of National Working Committee, I was running in for speakership. I was pretty sure I was going to win. Leaders of the party called me, and leadership, including the president, and appealed to me to step down for Honorable Femi. I did that. And that was how I came in to take the position of the deputy speaker. So it means that we are party people. We are disciplined. And by our culture, we are very disciplined people. I want to say that what has happened, I think that they are trying to take for granted. If there was negotiation, he was also called to negotiation because in that year, he was also among those who were running. And we had series of meetings, and there was canvassing before we eventually arrived. Sir, I want to appeal. I don't know whether the National Public Secretary was doing that on his own. all he was doing on behalf of the National Working Committee. You recall, sir, because we should save ourselves from embarrassment. There was a moment when somebody was given as a presidential candidate. But again, we saw the protest. And we saw how Nigerians came together to say, no, power must shift. And power shifted. And this is part of what I think we should also be giving. We should be giving respect. We should be giving recognition. We should be appreciated for the good service we have done. And I want to believe we have given our best. And the best should not be taken for granted. We are Nigerians. If I cannot speak the truth at this hour, I'm not qualified to be a member of House of Representatives. I'm not qualified to be in that hollow chamber for the period of time I've been here. And I want to say we are willing and appealing to you that when issues were being thrown up, Your Excellency, that my brother Betera is eminently qualified, but that he stepped down because we have a vice president there. Why then are we having lopsided distribution? Is it because those of us for the North Central are taken for slaves? Or we are not recognized in spite of our own activity? 4 years is not too much. Let us not destroy this party before we go into a next election. We should build this party on the spirit and trust of equity distribution of everything resources. It's guaranteed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Section 14.4 is very clear that the composition of government of Nigeria or any of the agencies shall be carried out in such a manner as to reflect the federal character of Nigeria, thereby ensuring there shall not be predominance of persons for a free state or for ethnic in that government or any agencies. This is the Constitution that is guiding us. So if the party is now doing that, and then they are throwing the provision of the Constitution, and then Muslim some of us, I think it's not going to be taken, sir. I'm sorry, I'm speaking as an activist because I was one, and I remain one, and I will continue to be one, because I believe that every entity in Nigeria must have a say. I believe every entity in Nigeria must be carried. This is the truth why some of us jumped. Even then, my state was PDP to go to AC, because I thought I could get a better repression and address in terms of what I want. Not the party I built to this state, not the party I helped to come to this state should come and destroy us. Your Excellency, sir, I'm sorry. You know you are my father in all ways. You know my relationship with you is not now. It's not here. Back home, from Andina's house, to my brother, Mr. Yakubidis, you are more than an uncle and a father to me. I cannot, for any reason, speak to you the way I'm speaking to you. But because of the reality of the situation, I have to talk to you in this manner. And I appeal to you, sir. And I appeal to the conscience of this great institution of our party to again revisit what they have done. Even though you have said it's not for close, but the attempt now and the sell out now is that this is a foreclosed matter because it is also in the social media. And I think it will not pretend well. We do not want a repeat of what has happened in the past. We should not forget about the temporalization of what happened in the House of Representatives. We should not forget about the emergence of how Saraki became the Senate President. The party, as of today, we do not have the majority to be that arrogant. And we should not take people for granted. Thank you very much, sir. This is my comment, sir.
A total disregard to the motto of APC. It's an insult to the principle of APC, and it negates that motto: justice, peace, and unity. They say when there is no leader, you begin to respect him. So what is happening have made some of us to think and believe that President Muhammadu Buhari is one of the most perfect Democrats that we will ever produce. Because he has the powers and everything to manipulate, give direction, endorsement of who becomes the president of this country. And yet, with the support and knowledge of governance of Northern Governors Forum, they said presidency should go to the South because North have done 8 years. What was the reason for doing that? Because our party's motto is justice, peace, and unity. And having done that, under your able leadership, sir, you fold your hands and arms and sat to allow aspirants contest election on the supremacy of Nigerians through the delegates to choose whosoever they want to be the flag bearer of our party. The vice president contested. He is the closest person to Mr. President. And yet, because of democracy and because of justice in APC, delegates were allowed to choose whosoever they want to choose to run the flag of our party. Where is this principle, sir? Where has it been thrown to? Have we forgotten about the motto of our party? Have we recently forgotten about the leadership, the national chairman of our party and Mr. President, plus all of you have provided during the primary election of APC? If we have forgotten, sir, with utmost respect, like my elder brother said, and on my bended knees, we are here to remind you of the motto of APC. We are here to remind you of what just happened during the presidential election. Do we want unity to say that the deputy senate president should go to Northwest and the speaker should go to Northwest, when in the true sense of the word, sir, during presidential election, North Central haven't known to have majority number of Christians? With utmost apology, let me say this. And with the religious and tribal affiliation attributed to 2023 election, yet North Central resisted the temptation, voted 5, delivered 4 states for our president-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, deliver 11 senators, Northwest 10, with 2 states, Northeast 1 state, with 10 senators. And the states that have performed like this for Mr. President will be relegated to have party chairman and perhaps, as they insinuate, secretary to the government of the federation, positions that president or whosoever can scream at them and they have no locus to speak for the people of North Central. So we need fairness. We need justice. That is why we are here. We need peace and we need unity. Sir, I was a deputy speaker in Plateau. I'm chairman Navy. In my 4 years in the National Assembly, they said the candidate they picked founded 70-something bill. None of those bills were assented to by Mr. President. In his over 10 years in the National Assembly. And in my 3-4 years in National Assembly, I did 21, and Mr. President signed 6. I know no parliament that within 6 years, within 3 years, have the privilege of sponsoring 6 bills upon which the president assented to. So what qualification are they saying about with the number of 70-something bills? Sir, justice should be done. We are appealing because you are a father. But the true language of our appeal is your status, your respect. You are my grandfather, being a friend to my father, Yakubu Hussein Zumunta, and what have you. But if not, sir, because of the integrity of the members of the State Working Committee, the real language in our letter is that we are rejecting. We are rejecting what is in circulation. It is unacceptable to us. We are independent bodies, sir. National Assembly cannot be turned to be like a Federal Executive Council where you pick whosoever you want to pick for. It can't be run like that. When we will elect our leaders, all of you will not be there. It is we and the conscience and our covenant with the people of Nigeria that will be in the hallowed chamber. So it is better. It is not let the wrongs that is meted. That thing is wrong. So let the wrong that is meted be righted. Unless this is done and justice is done, sir, our party should not hope that our loyalty will be guaranteed at the detriment of justice, peace, and fairness. We will respect justice, unity, and peace, equity in the chamber. But only if your instruction is in line with this principle of our party. So do not hope that we that come here will succumb to any instruction and any directive given to us. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. Let the way and manner president is chosen, leadership of the National Assembly too should be given that opportunity to choose its own leader, zone it, allow the zone to choose whosoever, allow the members to choose whosoever they want to choose from the zone for the betterment of democracy. God bless you, sir.
That distribution of reward also has to be hinged on equity, fairness, and justice. Our party has made us to believe that there will be reward for every hard work. And that's why from Imo State and the Southeast, where I come from, we delivered. Working from the APC and from the Southeast, where I was treated like a leper, working with the party at the behest of an election where a strong candidate of Labour Party is from the Southeast. Taking such risks and losing lives of my beloved ones, all in loyalty and defense of my strength and alignment with the party, is a proof of loyalty, and the reward is what I seek for. All the votes gathered for our presidential candidate from the Southeast, over 90% of it, or let's say over 65%, came from Imo State. We garnered 66.7 thousand votes, Ebonyi 42,000, and Abia State 8,000. If we stuck our neck and lost lives in defense of our party, and when it is time for reward, I believe it is the state that has delivered that should be given the right of first refusal, and not the excuse that was being peddled, that is, Abia State does not have a governor, and so whatever leadership position comes to the Southeast should go to Abia. I think it is demoralizing. Every state had an APC Guba candidate, and they were given the opportunities to go and mobilize, vote, and get the party elected. Were they all sleeping when the same LP took over Abia? So are we now saying that hard work and the result that we produced, which should speak favorably for me, is now working against me? Or is it said because I am a woman? But when a woman kills a lion and the men run away from the war, should I not be given the right to be a part of the lion which I killed? It is unfair that the meal that I have taken time to prepare, I'm not even allowed to be at the table where it was shared. This is very, very emotional for me, especially the fact that I was part of midwifing this NWC. I did not sleep for 3 nights, and everybody here can attest to it. When a woman is with a project, she commits her time and life. At the time where there were divergent interests, I stuck with us and ensured that we had a seamless voting and election process, which produced as president-elect today. I would have thought that my role, even in the emergence of this hard-working NWC, and our president-elect would have offered me an opportunity to at least be consulted, but it did not work. But I'm still a party woman, and I would rather Jojo than war. The second note is the party presented us with a manifesto which is brilliant, well encapsulated, and clearly articulating the need for women inclusion and gender mainstreaming. We mobilized myself and other women to get interest and get interested in politics and politicking, because over 49.5% of the Nigerian population is women. And if you disregard this chunk population, then we are headed for anarchy. In a bid to attract more women to the electioneering process, the party, in its magnanimity, offered a 50% reduction in the nomination forms for interested persons during the primary election. That was also extended to persons with disability. We are considered as a vulnerable group. So I want to thank the party for that gesture, but it's now considered as a Greek gift because you gave with one hand and you're about to take it with the other hand. We labored tirelessly. 44.4 million Nigerian voters are women. Over 35 million Nigerians are persons with disabilities. I represent the voice of those vulnerable groups. I was not reflected in the list. Where is the fairness, equity, and justice that we so proclaim and profess? Mr. Chairman, our leaders, everyone here who knows me can attest to the fact that I come with content capable to add value where I go. And I know that my leadership at the 10th National Assembly is capable to bring further unity and create an atmosphere that will douse the tension that we have here. Women nurture, women grow, and nothing good dies in my hands. I'd like to also use this opportunity to remind us that if it comes to qualification, I am qualified. I am of the All Progressives Congress. I am one of our own. I am ranking. I am one of your own. I am ranking. And by the rules, a second timer is qualified to preside. I have sponsored over 13 bills. It's not about the number of bills you sponsor. It's what is the trajectory and progress of those bills. Very impactful bills, and about 2 of them are before the president for his assent. My leaders here can attest to my performance in the House. I currently chair the Committee on Disabilities, and I am the pioneer chair of that committee. And you know what it is to harness and integrate the interests and rights of persons with disability, which our party also clearly identifies. Mr. Chairman, and the entire NWC, please, I plead with you, my fathers, do not break my heart. Allow us to talk to ourselves. We can come up with a consensus. Any consensus without deliberation, consultation is void. Ab initio. So I thank you for this opportunity. May God bless us.
By the president-elect through our comrade here. We went in to see him. He told me, Betara, I want you to allow Femi to be the speaker because Femi is retiring from the National Assembly and we are to see the president tonight. And I told him, Daddy, there's no need for me to see the president with you. If that is what you want, I'm done. I will see my group and discuss with them. Then from there, we move on to support Femi to become the speaker. Mr. Chairman, our leaders, I did that. After our election in the 9th Assembly, the president-elect still called me and said, Betara, I want you to hold the house for Femi. And I said, Daddy, I will work with Femi for 4 years. I'm not going to turn. If Femi really is ready to work with us, with an honest mind. And he said, go ahead, I will talk to him. Femi appointed me as chairman, House Committee on Appropriations, where I worked well with him. And everybody here can testify that it is in the 9th Assembly that we had a good run-in with the appropriations without any hitches, no problem. I've done well for the House and I've done well for the party. Leaders here, I need to tell everybody here, when we are going into the election, I supported every member of APC. Every member of APC going for elections. I supported everybody. And I supported some of our leaders even contesting for elections. I was shocked, and I was hearing that I did anti-party. Leader, Mr. Chairman, my unit is Fantami unit in Biu. My result is in the INEC. You can request for my result for my unit. If I did anti-party, it's going to show in my unit. That is what I've been hearing. And another thing I need to clear here today, sir. Somebody told me that the same group are saying I gave monies to an aspirant, a presidential aspirant, through an account. So if there's any transfer to anybody, the banks are there. And I still want to tell you as leaders, if I should give monies to a presidential aspirant, if he wins, what is he going to give me? My own, I want to become speaker in my party. If another party wins, can I become speaker? No. So we don't need to blackmail ourselves. Politics is about give and take. Our colleagues here can testify. I've done well for the National Assembly. When I was the chairman army, chairman defense, and now appropriations. Sir, I have 38 members, including me and my chairman, as a appropriation committee. But for me to stabilize the House, I co-opted 100 members to my committee. We are 138 members in my committee. Just for me to stabilize the House for Femi. But today, we're aspiring for speakership. As I said that day, the deputy speaker, the House leader, myself, and equally his brother here, Mariam Sada. We are not against our leaders. But if we should sit down and say, okay, sit among yourself and pick somebody you know you can work with, it's easy. It's easy. But the person the speaker is trying to even pick, there are some of our colleagues in the same assembly that even don't know him, sir. That's the truth. I'm not lying. If today, assume today, the party said, we've zoned to Northwest, I have to sit and think, because now the party is zoning the deputy senate president and the speaker to the same zone. We've been in this assembly, sir. There's no time two presiding officers are zoned to one area. It has never happened. And in our discussion here, on our inauguration day, it's what happens in the Senate that will determine what is going to happen in the House. So we need to sit down and look at it. We need to sit and look at it. We might produce the Senate president from a different zone. It has happened in 2015. So as a party, sir, we are pleading. We need to sit again with all of us for more consultations. Thank you, sir.
Vice Chairman North is a senator. So the party, the government will leverage on the advantage it has on National Assembly to push its agenda because they are all members of the party, members of the National Assembly. If we fail to leverage that advantage, Mr. Chairman, the party will not take that advantage in those two chambers. So it is incumbent on those that are taking decision on the emergence of the leadership of this party to be circumspect, to think out of the box, and to remove, we must not reward loyalty. Once you reward loyalty in politics, you wait for the doomsday. We must not attempt to reward loyalty in terms of power sharing. We have seen it all. We have seen governors that give their deputy governors. Yes, sir.
Not reward.
Yes.
Don't reward loyalty.
Don't reward loyalty, Mr. Chairman. Reward friendship. Reward friendship and competence. Reward people that you can work with. We have seen, Mr. Chairman, is historical. It is a history. Those that are political scientists, those social. Yes, Mr. Chairman. The political scientists among us will know the tragedy of rewarding loyalty. Just people choose people because they feel they are loyal. If you choose people that you think they will be loyal to you, you wait. So choose people that you think are your friends, people that will listen to you, not people that you think they'll be loyal to you. Because what is being organized is thinking people that will be loyal. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
As a reason that my name was not part of the people that were chosen, or the reason why they even microzoned the speakership to Kaduna, they said I did anti-party during the gubernatorial election held in Zamfara State. So, sir, we have 14 local government in Zamfara State. Marado local government is one of the local government where Governor Bello Muhammad Matawale came from. We have 10 wards in that local government. Unfortunately for us, 6 out of the 10 PDP won. And we have 2 state assembly members from that local government where he came from. We lost 1 state assembly member to PDP. And secondly, in the entire senatorial district where Yari came from, former Governor Ahmed Saleh Rima came from, we have 6 local government, but PDP won 3, APC won 3. In Mapara local government, we have 11 wards. PDP won 5, APC won 6. In the entire Zamfara Central, we lost all the 4 local government. In my own senatorial district, I won my local government and the state assembly member. And of course, in Kauranamo, the local government, where the DG campaign of Governor Matamal Lake came from, and the serving senator, they lost that local government. But all the happenings in the local government, it is attributed to me. But for me, it's a credit, sir, because we are able to win the presidential election in my state. That means I'm the one that gave that vote to President Ashwaju, being the Director of Contact and Mobilization Northwest. So if truly the loyalty and commitment deserve to be rewarded, I must be considered before taking any decision in respect to the Northwest. From the Northwest, it's only Zamfara State that gave the highest number. When I say number, that is in terms of margin. But today, as a former party chairman, sir, I mean the local government party chairman, when we go for an election, I used to address the people from various wards that we have in my local government. I said the only or unit that can produce the councillor is the one that gave us the highest number of votes. Based on that, we normally selected who is going to be our councillor. But today, the case it seems to be different. In a state whereby our difference between APC and PDP is 155,000 votes, then they were awarded or rewarded with the speakership. And for me, it is it's saddening because the integrity of our party is always at stake. Because what happened last year when the party said that this is the consensus candidate, without the consent of other candidates, they went ahead and contested the primaries, which gave birth to President-elect victory during the primaries and the general elections. What I'm saying, sir, it is always good to address issues, not treating issues. Because treating issues is all about complicating issues. We need to be one. During our campaign, we address people, we promise people that APC is all about fairness, will be fair to all and sundry. But now, as the former Director of Contract and Mobilization, if the party is not fair to me, so what of the other people? So, sir, this is very critical. We have 178 APC members and 182 other political parties in the National Assembly. So long as we want the renewed hope of President Asuwaju Bola Tinubu to be achieved, we have to work as one. The only way that we can work in that way is to ensure equity, peace, and justice to all and sundry. Thank you very much, sir.
And take a very good look at what is going on. And be honest with ourselves, be honest with the country, and be honest with our party, that we hope we'll get to the promised land. I think governorship and House Assembly elections. Let us, because this is a very controversial subject matter in every National Assembly regime. This thing we're talking has always been a controversy. For those who have been following that we are inaugurating on 29th, and it's only fair we wait for him. He was out for 5 weeks, and he got back a day or two. On the third day, we had the first. And then we had the second meeting last Friday, just about 5 days ago. So I assure you, we'll do more of the consultation and we'll get back to you. May God guide our efforts. Have a good day.
We have met with the national working committee members, and you have been able to express yourself. Sincerely, we fear with you. Should the NWC fail to listen to your appeal, what's going to be your next line of action, sir?
I want to believe that the NWC members is made up of very eminent, honorable, distinguished personalities, and I want to believe just as they have listened to us, and even in their letter, and the president-elect are all true Democrats. I do not want to go for the negative. My answer is very positive. I'm very positive that the issues raised in our letter will be addressed.
So you are sure, sir, from what?
I am more than sure.
Sir, there are reports already that there is a G6.
There are G6?
A G6, yes, of
what?
speakership aspirant.
Okay.
A group of six speakership aspirants.
Yeah.
So as the struggle continues, are there any plans to, future one person among?
Certainly, there will be only one person that will be in that seat called speaker. Not all can be there. And I believe as politicians, as Democrats, the whole thing is to build consensus and true consensus.
Have you reached consensus on your own?
No, that is not the time is not yet there.
Let
the right thing be done first.
Thank you.
Thank you.